On this edition of The Buzz, we have a globetrotting guest that found time out of their busy schedule to be here for you. Stay tuned to find out who that is. Okay, so here we are in the studio. I did let you know we have a globetrotting guest joining us today. And she did manage to find time in her very busy schedule. She's all over the place. We're talking about Krystyn Lambert. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm glad to be here again.
Now, normally I do a fist bump. But
this ring's kind of vicious.
My God, she might kill me. So
yeah.
I'll just say hello.
Hi.
Good to have you. So Krystyn, it's great to have you once again. We know you're really busy, and you're literally flying into town today and flying back out tonight, right? I mean,
right. Yeah.
That must be pretty normal for you now, right? Like,
recently it's been like that, but when I was here a few weeks ago, I was in Texas and then Vegas and then New York, and then I was back for a few hours and then had to go to the Magic Castle Awards show. It's been pretty nutty, but I love it.
And we'll get into all these details about what she's been up to because it is a lot to talk about. But before we do get started with all that, let's talk a little bit about what the viewers want. And they've been giving us some great questions, and I found one that I can't answer.
All right.
The reason I can't answer it is because I'm not a female. I'm not a female magician. And the viewer asked, and her name is Katie, and she is from Lubbock, Texas. She wants to know, what are the challenges that you found being a female magician, and how can you get over those and be successful in magic? And of course, you definitely have managed to find a career in magic.
Thank you.
Katie wants to know.
Yes, well, Katie, there are many. I mean, first of all, most every magic trick is created for a right-handed man in a suit, and I'm not in a suit, and I don't have pockets. I mean, it's definitely challenging to sort of rewrite a lot of these effects, and you really have to be creative and re-problem solve and rework a lot of things, which I think is really, I mean, that's what's exciting to me, and that's what I enjoy doing.
Sure.
But it's definitely an extra step.
Right.
Also, like, I remember when I first got into magic and joined the Magic Castle Junior program, it was just sort of me and a bunch of prepubescent boys, and none of us had any social skills, and we all had 15-minute card routines and no way to communicate with each other. So
of course,
it was always a little tenuous. They weren't sure, like, is she a sister or like a
right? Is she one of us? What's going on?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that as people realize that I'm not just a dancer who does a few illusions or anything, but I'm very serious and very passionate about this.
Of course.
I think that being true to yourself and being true to your interests, I think, is what's most important, and that rings true more than anything. I mean, of course, there are always going to be people who are going to say, "Oh, she's just getting that because she's a girl, and she's just doing,
Right.
And I mean, yes, there aren't very many of us. It is still a novelty, so of course that helps to a certain extent, but that's not what I'm choosing to rely on.
You're not playing off of it and, like you said, relying on it. You're using it, of course, maybe as a vehicle to...
Well, because I can't ignore the fact that I'm a girl. I can't stomp around in a big suit and do mouth coils and everything. It just doesn't work with who I am. So again, it's all about being true to yourself. Because maybe there are some girls and that is appropriate for them, in which case, by all means.
Do it. Yeah. All right. Well, very cool. By the way, do you see this right here? This is like subscribe now.
Oh, you mean clicking? Oh, just click the link.
Yeah, just click your fingers too. It's gone. That was cool, right? It's magic. Talking about magic and stuff. That's pretty awesome. Now, one of the things we alluded to a little bit in the beginning was your globetrotting, and you have been to so many places. You literally just got back from LA. You were doing the AMA Awards and all that. But you're not also, you're doing the magic stuff and performing, but you're also doing other things, and you're representing magic and who you are in a different way and expanding yourself in many different ways. Could you tell them about what you're up to?
Absolutely. Well, before I was in Texas, I was over in Thailand. The U.S. State Department saw Make Believe and sent me over to the embassy there. So I was performing and talking about my life in magic, as well as, like I said, performing magic. It was an amazing experience.
Cool. And I'm sure that excites a lot of the kids because, I mean, here you are, a beautiful young woman from the United States, doing something that you really love, and I'm sure they could feel the passion and see the excitement that you have for the art and the things that you're talking about. And speaking of performing, one very cool thing about you that I know you're not going to bring up, but we will, is congratulations to you. The other night at the AMA Awards, you received an award for...
Oh, I won the Junior Achievement Award
Bravo,
I was part of the Magic Castle Junior program since 2003 and was able to do a lot of traveling and kind of was the junior ambassador.
That's great.
For those years.
That's so cool.
It was a real honor.
And I know that she wasn't going to talk about it herself. That's not Krystyn. That's one of the things we like about her is she's very humble, very talented at what you do. But the accolades that you're building for your career, they just keep piling up.
No, it's very special.
It's a very cool thing for us to be able to see you grow from, because we've been around, Krystyn, the gang, we've all been around, and we've watched you
Baby Krystyn
escalate as your career goes, and it's very exciting, and we can't wait, and we support you, and can't wait to see where your career goes from here. So,
Thank you.
Very cool. And one last thing I'd like to say before we head out, we talked about the challenges of being a female magician already. However, one thing I like to do from time to time is if you could give one piece of advice to anyone getting into magic, what would the one piece of advice be for them?
I think it's important to be as well versed on all different kinds of magic and the history of a certain effect, because being as well informed as possible is what's going to make your performance and you as a magician as strong as you possibly can be.
It's great. I love it. And if you guys have any other questions, whether it be for Krystyn or anyone else, feel free to post your comments below. Let us know. We're out there. We're watching you. And we're definitely going to make sure that all your questions are answered as we go forward. So Krystyn, thanks so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule and hanging out with us. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you next time right here on The Buzz.